we've not done enough to end the stigma of mental health.
They said you had ADD when you were younger.
Yeah, supposedly.
They put you on anything for it?
For sure.
50 to 60% of college kids have a psychiatric disorder.
Could that be true?
4.5 million Filipinos suffer from depression, but only 1 of 3 Filipinos in this condition gets professional help.
Hi, my name is Genevieve, and I realize that in media and in our everyday lives, we are becoming more aware to the effects of mental health and taking the steps necessary to help anyone going through it. One aspect of mental health that we don't discuss nor recognize is how it affects people indirectly. Those like family members and friends who have to cope with seeing others struggle with their mental health. And so this documentary is made to focus on the side of mental health that is normally ignored.
When somebody in your family or somebody that you love dearly is going through a mental health issue, it definitely, at least for me, it affected me a lot.
My name is Margaret Crowett.
My name is Lisa Furman, and I'm the program director of Raw Artworks in Lynn, Massachusetts, and I've also been a licensed board-certified art therapist and clinician for the past 30 years, working mostly with children and families in clinical settings.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Douglas. My name is Olivia Walker.
My name is Edwin Cabrera.
Children that I've worked with will tell me that when a sibling or parent has mental health problems, it can be a real stress and strain on the family.
It's just showed me that we all deal with something, and you can never know someone's full story just by looking at them.
It affects how I interact with the world, because I'm always worried that I'm going to be hurting someone inadvertently, or just I'm doing something that I shouldn't, and I'm always constantly worried about them. And
children tell me that when a sibling has a mental health issue, sometimes it might make them feel uncomfortable or ashamed, in school or around friends if their sibling is in the hospital or behaving in strange ways. That sometimes it's hard for them to be able to talk to other people about it. So it can be very isolating and very lonely.
Especially in middle school, I got called to the office to help them because nobody else really knew what to do when they started freaking out. And then just trying to maintain my own level while dealing with all of their stuff has always been really difficult. Not that I don't want to do it, I really want to be still a part of their lives, but it's just hard.
The pressure is put on you, and you have to go out of your way to help them, and if you don't, you're the bad person,
Me personally, I feel like a lot of people that I know have been affected by mental health. I'm also from an area where I feel like there's a more of a prevalence of mental health issues. Lynn, I feel like there's a lot of families suffering through it, or somebody's, friends, or there's always, the line isn't so far off between people who know somebody with mental health issues in Lynn. So I feel like I just grew up in an environment where not only was I going through it, but also the people around me had someone that they knew that were going through it. If not, they were the person that was going through it.
I think many people, the people I've been around in my family, my whole family suffered with depression and anxiety. I know a lot of people in school, and I think growing up in a city like Lynn, it's very hard not to be depressed and not to be surrounded by it.
For somebody going through a situation where a loved one or a friend is going through a mental health situation, there's a few different things that you could do. One, just be an open ear and be supportive, as supportive as you can. Another thing to remember is it could affect you in a way. So don't allow it to affect you in that similar way, because it could really bring you down as a person also if somebody's going through mental health. And aside from that, just be supportive of the people that are going through it and be understanding.
I think some of the advice that I would offer to children that are struggling with a sibling or a parent with mental illness would be to always be sure to take care of yourself.
I figuring out how to kind of balance everything, and I think I've gotten to a place where I'm not constantly like, are they okay? Is everything okay? Is everybody else okay? And not really worrying about my own mental health, and I've kind of found the balance between.
We all want to be there for those we care about, but we seem to lose sight of our own mental health. Mental illness can creep up on anyone without warning, so it's better to take the time to care for yourself so that you may be able to care for others.